Hey guys, Jonah here, back with another review. I know it's been a while, but I've been busy and yeah, I think I said it on the unboxing video. Got a new job and all that kind of stuff. Um, it's within the same place, but I've just moved sideways. Um, yeah, the job I was doing wasn't really cut out for it, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, it should give me more time to do more reviews, or hopefully anyway. And yeah, I thought the first beer I should do under my new job is review the beer that my old boss, my old team, if you like, and I had a team under her team, which was too many teams to worry about. But they bought me a 4 pack of beers as a kind of don't let the door hit you on the way out kind of present. Um, and it was 4 of these bad boys. Northern Monk Faith, because you gotta have faith, faith, faith. It's hazy pale ale. It's at 5%. Now, I've reviewed, I don't know if I've actually reviewed it on camera. I don't think I have, but this used to be 5.4, I think, or maybe even 5.5%. I can't quite remember. So, like a lot of breweries, they've downsized or down ABV'd their beer, which is, I don't think that's good. I don't quite like that. But anyway, it's a juicy tropical kind of beer. Best served cold as the north. I don't think they're that north, really. They're in Yorkshire, aren't they? Leeds. Yeah, Leeds is in the Midlands, man. Leeds isn't north. Jesus. Anyway, 5% beer. It doesn't say. Oh, yes, it does. It's got some oats in there and some wheat as well. I was going to say it doesn't say exactly what the hops are in this bad boy, but I think I've got a rough idea. It's got a gold top, like the milk bottles, but silver bottom. I keep saying this. When are you guys going to actually make, say, a gold top have a gold bottom, or a black top with a black bottom? That's what I'm waiting for. The black bottom. Um, I don't know. It's a fetish or something. Um, and I've gone for just a very simple straight-sided glass. This is probably not going to fill it up, but yeah, my normal tasting glass that I've used for years and years and years has got some stain on the glass. It's like beer stone, I think they call it, in brewing circles. So I need to get some proper. I was going to pour some bleach into it, but then I thought I have to properly wash it out. But yeah, I haven't done that as yet. So apologies. Here we go. Right, let's go for a pour. So there we go. There is faith, because you gotta have faith to faith to faith. You gotta have faith to faith to faith, baby. No, I'm not gonna sing that bad boy. And that is a shine because of the light, so I might tilt it back a little bit. Don't know if that'll look weird, but there we go. And that, dear fellows, will be, if I remember to do it properly, the thumbnail for this video. I haven't done an actual proper video, beer tasting and beer reviewing, for a while. I did do a proper review, BJCP review, um, which people tended to like. I think a lot of people like those reviews. But unfortunately, the other thing is I've got into a little bit of an argument with people online, and that fingernails kind of had a very fast disappearing head, about things brewing and things not brewing and all sorts of things. And yeah, I've realised that I shouldn't really engage as such with people. I've been thinking this for a while, but I'm not a people person. I do not, although I like doing my videos and I like speaking to people and that kind of thing, there are so many people around at the moment that are just unbelievably polarizing, even within the beer community, which is absolutely nuts. And I don't really like drama. Um, Although I say contentious things, it's usually just what I'm thinking at the time, just comes up. Sometimes my filter isn't there and it just comes out. So I apologize if I offend you at all. I'm not trying to offend. I'm just trying to be real to myself. That's what it's all about. But when people then come at you afterwards, oh, you can't say that. It's like, oh, just whatever. Live your own life. Just chill your beans. Anyway, let's see what we get from this. So there's lots of zest, lots of kind of tropicalness. And like I said before, I'm going to try and guess the hops. I'm pretty sure there's a bit of Citra in there because everyone uses Citra. And I'm pretty sure there's Mosaic in there. It is a modern hazy beer. But this apparently was the Northern Monk flagship beer. This was their core beer that they did back in the day when it was a lot stronger. So this was kind of their thing, which I would say is a modern hazy pale, but is no longer that modern. Actually, does it say hazy pale? Yes, it does. I was going to say not really an IPA at 5, although I would not be annoyed if people say 5 is a an IPA. If it's 4, definitely it's not an IPA. Anyway, let us dive in. Cheers and beers. Oh, okay. Really nice, zesty, kind of borderline grapefruity type flavors. There's a little bit of that tropically kind of, yeah, papaya mango. The oats in here, especially the addition of the oats, kind of gives it a bit of a chewiness. It's not a thick beer, but it does give it a bit of that kind of chewy mouth feel, along with the kind of more, yeah, the more creamy tropical fruits, so papaya, mango, etc., etc. That is only accentuated by the use of oats in there, but it molds it together. It's had a while. It's had a few years to go through different iterations. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, hiccup. I wouldn't be surprised. The recipe has also slightly changed over the last, what, 10 years maybe? Something like that. Oh my God, I haven't had any other beers and it's given me hiccups already. And it's not even that a carbonated beer. What is going on? Oh, and what is nice to see is we're getting some nice tide lines. Although they're not really straight, they are definitely there, which I really appreciate. I think that's a fantastic kind of thing. I was going to say mark of quality, but I don't know if that's true. Sorry. Whoa, itchy nose. There we go. Nice bit of a scratch on that nose. Um, I'm always dubious of a beer, and I kind of would include lagers, although I'm not talking about mass-produced macro bad boy lagers. Um, the slightly more kind of smaller, or the slightly, yeah, some of the lagers that use a lot more malt, or potentially things like adjuncts like rice or extra things in their lager. You can still get some nice lacing on the glass. That's what I was going to say. Um, doesn't does it mean anything really? No, but I really like to see it. I think it's, yeah, like I said, it's a stamp of quality. quality. If the beer goes straight down the glass and there's nothing sticking on the side of the glass, no lacing, that is definitely a red flag for me. I'm thinking, well, I'm thinking two things. Either the beer is very macro produced and it's not using proper ingredients. They're skimping. That's what I'm thinking. Or the pub or wherever you get your beers from, your club or your bar, whatever it may be, is doing something to the glasses that means the beer isn't sticking on, because you can do that as well. Look at that. Even on the back, you've got a nice kind of foam line. I think it's fantastic. I really do. Oh look, there's a sort of, I don't know if you can see, there's a sort of dinosaur running across the bottom of my glass there. Whoosh, there he goes. I do like that. Foam watch is something I really used to like doing when I was doing these beer reviews regularly, and hopefully I will try and get back to that, because it's something I really, yeah, I really enjoy doing, and it's like my reset button. And for the last year roughly, since I've been really stressing out over my the job that I had been doing, it just wasn't me. By the time I got home, some days I wasn't, I wasn't up for doing reviews. I wasn't up for talking to you guys, just because of that built-up pent stress that you get as a working man, especially when you don't have that much control. Especially when you are in charge of other people and they're basically not doing what you want them to do. It's really weird. You ask them to do things and they don't do it. It used to get me down. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to change job, because it was actually getting me a bit down. And it could drive a man to drink, or like me, it could drive a drinking man from not having a drink and just going to bed without my supper sometimes, and without a beer, which was awful. But yeah, hopefully those days are gone. But thank you very much to my outgoing manager and team for getting me some lovely beers, Northern Monk beers. I believe you can pick up these. It's arguably one of the biggest one. You can get them in any supermarket or a lot of supermarkets in the UK, but the price varies a lot. I think you can get them as cheap as sort of £5 for 4 cans, maybe even slightly less if they're on offer. But I've also seen them up to sort of 7, 8 cans, which is like £8, I should say, which is like £2 a can. And they're only little tiny little cans, but very nice, tasty beer. Borderline kind of, when a beer gets too popular, I'm like a bit sort of borderline macro, but I like certain macro beers. Guinness is the best example. If I go into a pub and I go, oh, it's not an ale pub, because I am an ale man at heart, and I look round and all they've got is gas controlled systems all over the shop. I'll usually go for a pint of Guinness, because they usually have Guinness on, although other options are available. I've definitely seen more Murphys and things like that around. And Spatch and Hobday are doing well down here as well. I'm not sure if they've gone up north yet, but definitely sort of in the south. If you go into London, you can find them quite a lot. But yeah, where I am, there's a few Anspach and Hobday that's replaced. I mean the stout that has replaced Guinness, which is fantastic, especially when it's on nitro. It's really, really good, in my opinion. But I like a stout. Um, yeah, not sure where I was going with that, apart from uh, it's. I'm an ale man first, but if I can't find that, then yeah, I'll go for a Guinness or whatever else is available. And then if I'm at a restaurant, unfortunately, it tends to be lager, which is yeah, something that I do when I'm out at dinner. Although you can get cider as well, and yeah, I do like a cider if I can't get anything else. And if I'm down at the Royston, which I am quite a lot these days, I'll try all of the beers, um, and then I might have a couple of ciders for the walk home. And yeah, I usually bump into some people. You'd be surprised, cider is not just for the West Country. There's a lot of us on the East that drink cider too. And yeah, shout out to all you cider guys. This video's gone on quite a long time, but it's been a while since I've done one. So hopefully you've enjoyed my waxing lyrical about Northern Monk Faith. It is a good beer, I have to say. That is quite a nice beer. It is in the modern style, I have to say. So for any of you old school bitter drinkers, maybe it's not your thing. If you don't like hazies, definitely not your thing. But yeah, I'm kind of getting round to it, and I'm glad they've called it a pale ale and not an IPA. Guys, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. This has been Uncle Jonah, drinking beers and waxing lyrical purely for your entertainment. And you know what? I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back with another beer review, and that's coming up real soon.